Hi comic book fans, welcome to another suddenlycomics.com video. And today I'm going to focus on a publisher. Um, so the publisher I'm going to be focusing on is a very short-lived publisher. Started in 1974, closed in 1975. It is Seaboard Publications stroke Atlas Comics. So these guys the company was set up by Martin Goodman. Now, Martin Goodman was one of the original founders of Timely Atlas Comics that became Marvel Comics. And he sold Marvel in 1968 with the understanding that his son, Chip Goodman, would take up a senior position at Marvel. He didn't. They got rid of him. So the rumour is that Martin Goodman started up Atlas as a bit of a revenge on Marvel because they kicked his son out. Whether this is true or not is debatable. Anyway, so Martin Goodman set this up. He brought his son Chip Goodman in. He also recruited Larry Lieber. Now, Larry Lieber is Stan Lee's younger brother. Yeah, so he came in. There was also a guy came in from Warren. I think his name was Rovin. He was a sort of veteran comic producer with Warren, and they were the main team. Plus, they were very good on artists and creators' rights. So they said that they were going to return the original artwork to the artists, and the artists who'd created the characters would own the characters. So consequently, they did attract quite a big list of decent comic creators. Neil Adams, Steve Ditko, Russ Heath, John Severin, Alex Toth, Wally Wood, Howard Chaykin, and Rich Buckler. Okay, so all sounded good, but it didn't last. There were, I think probably the problem for me is they were trying to copy what was already out there rather than doing original content. Okay, so there were 25 titles in all. I think I've got about 20 of them. I'm missing a few, which I'm going to try and pick up. These used to be dollar bin, lower than dollar bin comics, but they're now nearly 50 years old. If you can find them in a decent condition, they are worth something. Okay, here we go. This is quite a rare one. It is. There's only one issue of this. None of these went beyond 4 issues. A lot of them only lasted 1 issue. This is Western Action starring Kid Cody Gunfighter. Here we go. And Larry Lieber is responsible for this. Larry Lieber did like his Western stuff. Now, 1975, I don't think Western stuff was selling very much. This only had 1 issue, and I suspect it did not have a huge print run. So there we go. Western Action starring Kid Cody. Right, next up, another one that only lasted 1 issue is Fright, featuring the son of Dracula. Okay, nice cover. I quite like that cover. But unfortunately, Fright, featuring Son of Dracula, only lasted 1 issue. Next up, we have Planet of Vampires. I mean, here's the sort of elevator pitch for this. A world gone mad. 6 astronauts return to Earth and find it ruled by vampires. That's it, basically. That tells you everything you need to know about Planet of Vampires. I quite like the Planet of Vampires covers. That's number 1. Here is number 2, Quest for Blood. And here is number 3, Planet of Vampires. There were 3 issues of Planet of Vampires. And here is the 3rd one. So I have a complete run of Planet of Vampires. Okay, next up we have got a comic called Cougar. This is created by Steve Mitchell. This ran for 2 issues. I've only got number 1. So I will see if I can pick up some of these at the London Comic Mart to get my complete collection of Atlas comics. Right, next up we have got Target number 1. Now the Atlas sort of name has been bandied around and there's been various legal actions. I think it was with Dynamite at some stage, then I think it went back to the Goodwins. And believe it or not, this was actually optioned by Paramount in 2019. Yeah, I know, weird. Okay, here we have, this is Target number 3, but it's now been renamed John Target Manstalker. There we go. So I haven't got number 2 of that. So again, I need number 2 to complete my full run of Target. My least favourite title from Atlas is this. The art is appalling. It's Tiger Man. Tiger Man number 1. Tiger Man ran for 3 issues. I probably won't bother picking up issues 2 and 3 of Tiger Man unless my completionist thing gets complete grip of me. Right, Morlock 2001, issue 1. And Morlock 2001, issue 2. I think there were 3 issues of Morlock 2001. Yeah, 3 issues. So I'm missing issue 3. Then we've got a title called Grim Ghost. The Grim Ghost. There were 3 issues of this. I have got issue 1. Quite a nice cover. Quite a nice cover. Issue 2, less good of a cover. And haven't got issue 3. Okay, next up, Hands of the Dragon. I've got the entire run of this because there is only 1. So Hands of the Dragon is a sort of Shang-Chi sort of kung fu martial arts type thing. There we go. Then we have got, okay, this one is interesting. This is called Demon Hunter, and it's story and art by Rich Buckler. Now, Rich Buckler, there's only 1 issue of, I know, how many Demon Hunters were you? No, it was 1 issue. So there you go. This is the first appearance of Demon Hunter. But when Rich Buckler went after this, Rich Buckler went to Marvel and basically took this character with him and renamed him Devil Slayer. So this is the first appearance of Demon Hunter stroke Devil Slayer. So this one's worth a few quid, worth watching out for that one. Next up, we have got Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix. There's 4 issues of this. I've only got 2 of them. So Phoenix number 1 and Phoenix number 2. Haven't got 3 and 4. Right, next up we've got a character called Ironjaw. This is not his own title. I've got the entire run of this as well because there's only 1 of them. This is called Barbarians featuring Ironjaw. Okay. But Barbarians only ran for 1 issue. Then we've got the Ironjaw series itself. Now, this is where Neal Adams appears, and doing the inking for this is Wally Wood. So we've got a Neal Adams cover, which is pretty good, I think, pretty good. And the inking on issues 1 and 2 was done by Wally Wood. So this one's worth looking out for because that's a Neal Adams cover. And I think number 2 is Neal Adams as well. Ironjaw number 2, again inked by Wally Wood, I believe. Obviously a Conan copy. And Ironjaw number 3. Ironjaw is one of the few in this set that actually went to 4 issues. Again, this is now not Neal Adams, but I still like this is Pablo Marcos, but still the cover's pretty decent. I haven't got issue 4. I need to seek out issue 4 of Ironjaw. Right, now we have got Police Action starring Lomax. This went for 3 issues. Here is issue 1, Police Action with Lomax, a girl in a red dress in distress. Now it gets with Police Action featuring Lomax and Luke Malone Manhunter. So this is issue 2. And here we have issue 3. Next up, we have got Tales of Evil. Okay, now this is a 3-issue run. We got sort of werewolf on the cover of this one. This is 3 issues. I've only got issue 1 of this, so I might seek the others out. Right, next one. This is interesting. This is a character called The Destructor, and this is where Steve Ditko gets involved. So yeah, this is Steve Ditko. No, actually, I think Steve Ditko did the art inside of this, but this cover is actually by Larry Lieber and Wally Wood, because it says Lieber and Wood on it. Again, this is The Destructor number 2. And again, Steve Ditko's getting credits on here, whether it's internal art or not, I don't know. And Destructor number 4, so I'm missing Destructor number 3. So I'm going to have a little checklist with me when I go to the next London Comic Mart. Try and pick out 1 or 2 of these missing issues. So I need issue 2 of The Destructor to get a full set. Right, the next one is a really great comic. So this is called The Brute. Okay, now the internal art on this is I think this is Dick Giardino on the cover, and the internal art is John Sikowski. Right, this is a Hulk, obviously doing a Hulk rip-off. Now, John Sikowski was not pleased with working for Atlas, and he expressed his opinion of it in the last panel of this. There's an aeroplane, and the license number on the aeroplane is SH17. Yeah, okay. So a nice hidden message inside Brute number 1, which is probably the best thing I can say about it. Brute, yeah, it says on it, somebody else has written this on here. Veteran artist Mike Sikowski didn't like the creative direction and put SH17 on the side of a plane. Yes, he did. Brute number, and it got past the editor. Brute number 2 and The Brute number 3. Have I got a full set of The Brute? The Brute, there are only 3 issues. I've got a complete run of The Brute. Okay, next up, and this is Wolf the Barbarian. I quite like these. This is obviously a sort of another Conan type thing. Sword and sorcery, and an issue 2, and these covers are pretty decent. I quite like this Wolf the Barbarian, and it went on for 4 issues, so obviously other people liked it as well. Here is issue, I mean, we got typical sort of Conan type covers with women with unfeasible armor appearing on the cover. And I've got issue 4, so I have got a full set of Wolf the Barbarian, all of which have a mandatory scantily clad female on the cover. Right, and finally we have something called Weird Suspense, and this is Weird Suspense featuring the Tarantula. Okay, so don't look for the Tarantula if you're trying to find this. You have to look for Weird Suspense. However, this 3-issue series only ever featured the Tarantula. So there's Weird Suspense number 2, and also Weird Suspense number 3. Okay, so there you go. There is my pretty not bad collection of Atlas comics. Where did you get all these, I hear you ask? Well, I actually bought quite a lot of these back in the day. Some of these were in my attic, and then I supplemented that about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I got the auction I went to in Felixstowe. One of the lots there had about 50 Atlas comics in it, so I do have some doubles which I'm selling. But it has sort of padded out my Atlas collection quite nicely. But there are 1 or 2 holes I'm going to try and fill. I'm probably not going to fill the Tiger Man role because it's really awful. Right, the most expensive. So what am I missing that I haven't got any of? The most expensive Atlas comic is called Vicky. It's like an Archie ripoff. It's like a fun teen title, which I think was actually a reprint of something else. I've never seen it, but I have ordered a copy of Vicky 1. Also, I don't have any of the war titles. There's a war title called Savage Combat Tales featuring Sergeant Striker. Haven't got any of that one. I'm not really into war stuff. That's about it. And there's one called Blazing Battle. There's only 1 issue of it. So those are the 3 titles I think I haven't got. Okay then, I hope you've enjoyed this little run through Atlas Comics 1974 to 1975, 25 titles. Some of them okay, some of them not okay. But there you go. That's your lot. See you again soon.